Squarespace sponsored this video. Previously on 1000. I gotta jump into the spades, our final suit. A bit more of a blood orange. That's an option. And to me, the spades have always been kind of the dark suit, the edgy suit, the cool suit, a little bit scary, a little bit sexy. All the warm and fuzzy feelings are long gone. This queen of spades, I've restarted her like 3 times already. When I started this project, I envisioned it going a lot smoother than it has so far. Very mysterious, very androgynous. So you guys, let me know what you think of these options. After doing so many individual pieces of art for this deck of cards, it becomes more and more difficult to try and think of unique ideas. So now, the 1000 custom playing card epic saga continues. Here we go. Back in the building, baby. Playing cards video number 5. Whew. What a journey it's been so far. With each new video that I put out in this epic custom playing cards saga, you guys give me more comments, more feedback. So let's check out some of that feedback. Accompanying my last video was 3 polls. The first one was about the blood orange background. Do you guys like it? Do you like the old version of the orange? Well, by a huge margin, 67% of you like the blood orange versus the old way with 33%. That's cool. I think I'm agreeing with you guys on that one. Poll number 2. What do you guys think about the different number card options? There was 5 different options. The traditional is coming in at the lowest with 5%. The abstract one and the icon ones are tied for second lowest with only 7%. The diagonal stripe one has 26%, but the clear leader here is all the little character dudes interacting with the pips, which I think is like gonna be super fun and a little bit grueling to do. Some of you were saying, you know, like you don't necessarily have to have a character interacting with every single pip, so maybe I'll experiment with that idea a little bit. But if we've got the kings and the queens and the jacks being kind of like the royalty, these little characters interacting with the pips are kind of like the peasants or something, so that'll be fun to play around with. The third poll is about the ace of spades. There was 3 different options for that. Gold foil with just the line art is absolutely losing with 9%. Gold foil with full color is at 39%. And the winner is full color with just the white negative space and no gold. Very cool. I have no problem with that. Some of you were saying that, like, why don't I make the ace black versus like the white? Well, first of all, when we look at all the cards together, the pips and the indices on all of the spades are white. So it still kind of fits with that theme. But then when we actually like make this black, that don't look right to me. I don't know. Like, especially on the corners, it's really hard to see. And if I made it like navy, it's tricky. I'd have to mess around with it to make that work. But I think that the white negative space looks pretty cool right there. You guys gave me a ton of great feedback. That last video has close to like 2,000 comments, and I try to read as many of them as I can. But I think I'm ready to jump back into some more art. And you know, we've been so focused on the front of the cards, but I'm really itching to know what the back of my cards will look like. So I think I'm gonna dive in and start designing the back of these cards. Here we go. It's pretty exciting to finally be starting the back of my cards. At this point in the project, I've spent weeks and weeks designing the face cards and some of the other cards in the deck. And moving into a new section of this project feels pretty refreshing. But at the same time, I was pretty nervous to start the card backs too. I wanted it to be something traditional and something that feels familiar, but still have a huge dose of the 1000 style and 1000 art that makes me unique. I wasn't sure how I was gonna be able to achieve the look of a traditional playing card, but then I delved into Procreate's symmetry modes and found that they have a mode for quadrants. So anything I draw in 1/4 of the card, it duplicates 3 other times on the other quadrants of the card. It's a pretty powerful tool to be able to draw with perfect symmetry and make this complex design come to life. Sometimes with the proper tools, you can make a really intimidating project a whole lot easier. Okay, I have finished the back of the card. I wanna show you guys what I got going on here. So here we are in Photoshop. What do you guys think of this? I'm super feeling it. And then I added some colors. I wanted to kind of balance it with having some white still showing. I thought if I did like all color, it would be really overwhelming, and it would also lose that back of the card kind of feel. I also did a version where I basically removed any warm color and just kept it to cool colors. I think that looks really cool and really classy as well. And then I did a version that has like the navy blues kind of pulled in, so it's a little bit more bold and graphic. I think that looks really cool too. I also found these sweet mock-ups. So I mocked up the cards a little bit. You guys can like ignore the box here. I haven't designed the box yet, so that's just like the template. But there is the back of my card. There's a second mock-up that came with it, so you can kind of see them all together. There's a poll out on my community tab right now about the back of the cards. You guys gotta let me know, the more colorful version, the blue tone version, or the monochromatic navy version. Let me know what you guys like. Now that I'm seeing the navy blue next to like the queen of clubs here with the black, I might need to do a black delete. I know that I put a poll out way back in the first video about the black background versus the navy blue background, and the black background did win, but I think it might still end up being more cohesive with the navy blue background. But I think up next I'm gonna design the box for my cards. As Chris Ramsey told me, this is like the most important part of my whole project.
These are probably, in my opinion, the most important part of your deck, because this is how people are going to see it on the shelf, on the coffee table, in their hands. This is what's going to represent your deck.
And there's just a lot of things to think about with the tuck case, as they call it. But first, I gotta let you know that this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one dynamic platform to help you build a beautiful website. With Squarespace's amazing, award-winning templates, it's never been easier to build a website. All you gotta do is take your awesome content, pop it into their beautiful templates, and boom, you have a website. I personally have been using Squarespace for my website for years and years and years. 1000art.com is built 100% on Squarespace. It's how I host my image gallery, how you guys can contact me, and I got my e-commerce store over there, which is how I sell my merch and support myself as an artist. But if you ever do run into issues, they have 24/7 customer support. They've certainly helped me out of a few issues in the past. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to have an absolutely stunning website. Go to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/1000 for 10% off the first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. All right, y'all, the time has finally come, the tuck case. I'm a little bit intimidated, built this part of the project up really big in my head, but there's nothing to it but to do it. Here we go. I think from the very first day, I decided to make a custom deck of playing cards. In the back of my mind, I've been thinking about the tuck case. As I was drawing every single face card, I was still thinking about the tuck case. And yet somehow, here I am, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do. Honestly, I can't even tell you how long I was just staring at a blank white template, feeling completely lost. But eventually, even though I still felt like I had no plan, I just kind of started slapping stuff together. I'm working on this tuck case, and I did like a concept here, and then I drug this one over here and just like laid it underneath there, and it's making it super trippy, but it's still like really busy. So now I'm almost kind of using this as a template for how I want to keep drawing on it. I have no idea what inspired me to do that, but it's kind of just one of those happy accidents. I think any artist can tell you that pressure is a double-edged sword. The pressure to be great can motivate you and push you forward, but too much pressure can stop you dead in your tracks. I've been working on this all day, and honestly, I just don't think I like it. I haven't even finished it yet, and it just doesn't seem right. I don't know. I think I'm gonna come at this tomorrow and just start completely over. The struggle is real. I find it pretty hard to pinpoint exactly why something isn't working. I mean, even on the flip side of that, when something is working, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what that magic comes from, but you just know it. I think maybe I was just trying to do too much with this. I wanted too much from it. I wanted it to be bold and iconic and sleek and elegant. I wanted it to reference the rest of the deck. I wanted it to be true to my art. I wanted it to work within the color scheme that I've already established. And I just got to the point where honestly, I have no idea if this art is dope or not. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, is it right? I feel like I'm just doing it over and over and over again. And it's just like not working. The whole rest of the deck has been like super heavy on illustration, and this tuck case is more heavy on the graphic design side of things. Am I overproducing it? Am I overthinking it? Am I way too inside of my own head? Yes, definitely so. Have I hyped this project up way too big inside of my head? For sure. But I think once again, I'm just gonna freaking start over from scratch. God. After days and days of starting over, by the time I got to the third iteration of the tuck case, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna think about anything except for what I think is like just pure dope. Not gonna think about the rest of the deck, not gonna think about what my audience will or won't like. I'm just gonna do what I think is sick. And just in big neon blinking lights in my head was just like, make it dope. I still don't know if this is the right direction, so I was like, man, I'm just gonna finish this one and put this video out and see what the community thinks, because it's just really shocking how difficult this tuck case has been. Okay, the tuck cases. Jeez, oh Pete's, this was very, very, very challenging. I'm really excited to show you guys what I've done so far, because I think that your input is gonna be like the most invaluable right now. Your boy is just stumbling blind through the wilderness of the tuck case, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I guess there's nothing left to do but just show you what I've done so far, I guess, here. So this is the first one that I created, or started to create. I didn't even finish it. I was just looking at it and I was like, this is not right. This is not what I want my deck of cards to be. There's definitely some cool ideas in here. What can we salvage? What do you like? What don't you like? I don't know. Throw it out there, let you guys look at it. A couple days later, I did this one. I think it's a little cooler than the other one. As I'm just staring at this thing and staring at this thing, I was like, should I keep working this one or just start a new one and like let the fans look at this, let them make some decisions? I think I made a dark colorway of this too, instead of the blood orange. Here's kind of the dark version. Changing the font a little bit. I don't know. I was just messing with stuff. Like, this is so weird. Like, usually art videos on YouTube, it's like, come up with the idea, you make the project, you do some sweet beats and some nice fancy camera moves, and you talk about the art a little bit, and then at the end, it's like, you guys ready for the big reveal? And it's like this really awesome art piece. These videos, I'm like, I don't know, like, what do you guys think? This is the anti-big sexy art reveal right here. Anyway, here is the last one I made, and I think this one is my favorite. A bit more clean, a bit more open, just like dope element, dope element, dope element. I decided to call my deck Vivid Kingdoms, kind of summation of what this project is. The 1000 Vivid Kingdoms deck. Ooh, sounds kind of saucy to me. Also, something that I was kind of working on here. Let's see if I can explain this. So like, I was thinking about having a sleeve over the deck, and the sleeve would have like die cuts cut out of it so that you could see the art underneath. So this would be kind of the sleeve. A quick interruption from Peter from the future. I just got an email from a dude who was like, hey bro, I do 3D modeling. I love your playing card series. Let me know if I can help you out with anything. And I was like, dude, I have this crazy idea for a tuck case, and it would be so awesome if you could render it in 3D. And your boy came through for me. So you guys can see here the die cut out. There's the actual deck showing through. Here's the back of it with the rectangle cut out. Super sick. And here you can kind of see the box kind of sliding out there. And he also sent me the Blender file. If we move this down, it slides into that tuck case like that, baby. Ooh, fire. Then we slide it out. Shing! The Vivid Kingdoms has removed itself from its sheath. Excalibur. So that is my idea for the sleeve, and I think that's super fresh. You guys definitely go follow art_Ibby on Instagram. This is his Instagram. 15 years old. Holy cow. Super talented young guy. He makes some crazy 3D little worlds. Go show this man some love. All right, back to the regular video. What do you guys think of that? I guess I'll put out another poll where I'm like, hey, do you like the start of this one more? Do you like the kind of second one I did? Or do you like the third one I did? This is what this project is all about. It's a community collab, and I really appreciate everything you guys have told me so far, and this is where you guys are just gonna come in super clutch for me, because I don't know what the is going on? Anyway, that's it for part 5 of the 1000 playing card saga. Thank you so much to my patrons. You guys are the coolest people on the internet, and your words of encouragement on our Discord server actually helped me make this art for this video because your boy was just down in the dumps. So thank you so much, patrons. You're the freaking best, man. Freaking best. Look, I even bought Chris Ramsey's custom decks off of his website to just get inspiration. These are so cool. Chris, bro, I want my deck to be that cool. But this deck is getting closer and closer with each one of these videos that come out. I am so excited for this to exist in the world, for you guys to be playing Go Fish, and it's gonna be sick. Playing cards, the never-ending story. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Help me!